Hi, I'm Heather North from heatherscreativeblessings.com, and I am here with my September bullet journal planner video, as well as a bit of an August review. I wanted to start by showing you this pin loop holder that I got for my planner. It comes in a 2-pack. I got it from Michaels, and it has sticky on one side. I'm also showing you here, this is a bag that I've had this for a while now, so I'm not even sure if it's still available, but I just wanted to mention it because it's nice to have something that has little slots and pockets for the different things that you use all the time in your planner. I could put some washi tape in there as well. And this is, like I said, I think it's called the Timeless Beauty Bag. So don't be afraid to check out the makeup section of your local stores and see if you can find a bag that might work for your planner. Of course, I love that I was able to customize my 31 bag. So this little loop is actually big enough to hold a highlighter or some of your bigger pens, and that is nice. These layouts are for my bills, and in August I used some stamps. I really like that, so I'm going to continue that for September. I've got my waiting on, which is staying the same. And then here's my August planner. I did a quote down at the bottom. I really like that. I like the way I used the highlighter. I wrote out some of the important dates on the right-hand side, but I used my highlighter for scheduled things that lasted longer than a day. Or like I've got color-coded, so one son is in blue, the other's in red, and I can keep track of their work schedule. This I carried on into my weeklies. That's what we're looking at now. And if you want to see how I set up my August, I will put a link to the video up here in the upper right hand corner. But I'm going to be doing something very similar for my September. My August was really busy, but not in my planner, so I didn't get as much use out of my planner in August. So I'm going to continue on with this. It worked fine. So I'm going to continue on with the same kind of layouts and plan for September and really get to work it once we get back into the swing of things with school and getting back into a regular blogging schedule and things like that. So let's get started with September. I'm going to work on this little bills section area. There's something about having my bills page decorated that makes me want to look at it a little more often, which is a good thing, so I want to make sure I pay everything on time. So when it comes to September, I think of back to school, and I was looking for a little apple here because I thought apples for the teacher. For some reason, I associate September with back to school, even though my kids have gone back in August for years now. They did one year go back after Labor Day. So I was looking on here and I found a cutie patootie little school bus. So I'm going to end up using that. First, I'm going to make a little banner around my September. I'm using a bullet journal, so there's bullets, little dots. And I just follow those dots to create a line, and then to do my little banner tail at the end, the pendant tail I guess it's called. I just went down one and in one, and then down one and out one of those little dots. Then I used some smoky slate ink by Stampin' Up, and I stamped my cutie patootie school bus. It's from Lawn Fawn's Plan on it. I don't know if I said that before. I'll put a link down below or a description down below of everything that I use here so that you can look it up for yourself if you want any of the products that I use. So this is, what are these called? Staedtler, I think is how you pronounce it, Triplus Fine Liner. I've got the big multi-pack, so I just pulled out a yellow for the bus and some light blue for the windows of the bus, and then I used black for the tires, just went around in a circle, and a little red pin for some of the lights. I'll take a picture of it so you can see it close up. It's really cute. And then I decided to use well, I was trying to decide here, do I want to use a highlighter to fill in September, or do I want to use this pen? Do I want to use red? Because like I said, I associate September more with the red apple, but I picked up the yellow school bus. So you can see me going back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to end up just using my marker because it didn't match. The highlighter didn't match the yellow school bus. That's the great thing about planners. When you're doing these bullet journal planners, you can customize it so it fits you and it fits what's important to you and what you like, your style, as well as your needs, what you need out of a planner. And since I knew it would bother me if I didn't have the yellows match, I just went with the yellows. I'm working on planning a Disney trip for our family this fall, so I wanted to add a little Mickey Mouse ears. just to remind me that that's where our budget's going to be going. And what I did was I used a big circle in the center. Oh, and I did Mickey Mouse on my finger. I was trying to show you that, but I don't know that really showed up. I did a big circle on, and then 2 little circles on the top for its ears. And I will do a whole Disney planning or vacation planning video in my bullet journal. And as well, I can do a video on my nails if you want to see it. Let me know. But I'll do that in a separate video once I have my vacation planned out and filled out in my planner. Let's move on to my September monthly. I have already hash marked it out with a pencil, and here I'm just filling it in again with that gray lay pen. I really like this pen a lot. There are 5 weeks in September, and I'm using the B5 size, so I'll let you know the measurements for that, but you'll just figure it out with whatever size planner you use. And here I'm looking back at the month to make sure when the month starts, so that I don't do these lines down the wrong way, because I'm going to leave that space at the top empty so I can put in some quotes. I think I really like that for August. So anyways, each of these boxes are 8 across and 8 down. I leave a little space at the top to write out the month. So I think I went down 4 of those dots before I started, and I went over 2. And then what I also do, because these months have so much room in this bigger planner, I do a little dotted line 3 boxes up, or not 3 boxes, I guess it's 3 dots up from the bottom of each day. And by doing that, I put my blog and business on this bottom part. So this is something that if you have your, if you want to use the top part for work and the bottom part for family, or you could even do your meal planning here, having this bigger bullet journal really is helpful. And I went back to the gray highlighter. In August, I think I used yellow and orange, and it was just too light. And I really just like the neutralness of this gray highlighter. It can be difficult to find, so I will make sure I link that for you guys. If you are using an A5 size, I do have videos in previous months where I used that size. I started with that A5, so you might want to check out my bullet journal planner playlist. I'll link to it at the end of this video as well. I start my monthlies on Sunday because that's how I've always looked at a calendar, Sunday through Saturday. You can customize this for however you do it with however your mind works. I do my weeklies, I start opposite. I start on Monday. I guess I'm opposite, but it's different. I start my weeklies on a Monday, but I start my calendar on a Sunday. I know, I'm weird. So here I grabbed my scrap paper again, and I'm playing with how to lay out the month of September, or to write it out. And I'm also playing with my colors. Do I want it to be red and gray or red and black? Again, I think my cat. I forgot he walked across there. Oh boy, he just has to see what Mommy's doing. Oh, sorry guys. Oh, that tickled me. Okay, so again, I pulled out red. It's actually, it almost looks like pink, but again, because I think of September as back to school, I think of red apples for the teacher and primary colors. So I pulled that out. I used my highlighter to do big, bold letters for September, and then I used this Pilot pen, I think, and I used that. It's got a fine tip, and did cursive, kind of a drawn out cursive with a line in between each letter for just over the top. I just really like that look. I got that idea from creatively.com. She has a 31 Days to Love Your Lettering series that's just wonderful. If you are working on your own handwriting, I highly suggest that. Go to creatively.com and look for, I think it's /31 Days to Love Your Lettering. I'm also pulling out my stickers here, or not stickers, stamps. I marked off Labor Day because some of us have it off, not all of us. And then my mom's birthday is at the end of the month, so I just used a little birthday present. I am going to pull up here on my iPad my son's school calendar. It took me a while to find it, honestly. But I wanted to mark out when the football games are, the home games, and when he's got cross-country meets, if there's any band performances. The band performs at the football games, so So if you're local and you want to hear my son play, check out the high school page. I'm going to mark those in. And then there's also in the Plan On It stamp set, there's a little tooth, and one of my sons has a dentist appointment, so I'll use that and fill it in too. I'll finish filling this in and decorating it a little bit more with some stickers and quotes after I turn off the camera. I've got lots of room to decorate, but I also might leave some blank space to fill in dates and things that are going on. I liked the way I did that in August. So let me move on to my weekly and daily layout. I have here some red chevron washi tape. It's kind of a red foil. It's really pretty. And I used just a ruler. This is a ruler I got with my Erin Condren planner. And I stick it into the center, like the spine, to just kind of get that tape down in there. And I'm lining up the bottom of the washi tape with one of the dot lines in my bullet journal. And then I just take a pair of scissors and snip it off right to the edge. And I'll probably continue that for all of the rest of my weeklies and dailies. I also make a little tab by taking a piece about 1 inch long, and I line it up again on the dots on the first row on one side and wrap it to the back and stick it to itself, and that makes it easy to pull to go to the month. And so in this case, September. It makes it really easy to just flip back and forth through September. So I'm going to continue adding washi tape to the rest of my weeks. Now I'm going to set up my weekly spread, and I hash mark 8 boxes, which actually I messed up the first time. I had to erase and do it again. That's why I use a mechanical pencil to line it all out. I do 8 boxes across, and then I'll do 1 line down, and that box all the way across will have the days of the week starting on Monday, because my week starts on Monday, even though my calendar starts on Sunday. And that's the beauty of a bullet journal planner. You can do it however it works best for you. Then I go down 5 or 6 boxes, and that will be, you can see 29, 30, 31, 4. That first section will have the dates. And then it'll also be for my family and their schedule, any appointments that we have, going to the groomer, the dentist, the kids' work schedule, or cross country, all that goes in that first box. Then I go down to lines, and that's the meal planning for the week. I skip a line, and then I've got another set of boxes, and I do 5 lines in the first box. That's for Creative Blessings, my blog, YouTube, anything to do with Creative Blessings. And then I'll go down 3 or 4, depending on how busy it is, and that's Stamp Nation, as well as Stamp of Approval. So any events we have going on or things like that, my scheduled feature day, if I'm working on challenges and when those are due, I'll have that there. I also have 2 or 3 boxes, depending again on the week, for Calling All Sisters, the program that I help run the Blog Hop side with. We do a Blog Hop reminder each month to remind ladies on the 17th of the month to do their monthly self-breast exams and schedule their yearly mammograms. And then the last 2 boxes are for South Sound Modern Quilt Guild. I'm a member of the guild, and I'm in charge of the blog as well as some other social media things. So if there's something I need to post on the blog, or if there's something going on with the guild, that'll be in that box. And I do switch it around a little bit, what's in what boxes, but those are what those boxes are down there. And that's just so I can keep my life organized and straight. So after I hash mark it out, then I take my pen and I fill it all out. And now you can kind of see it coming together. That top portion with my family stuff, so our schedule, then the 2 boxes for the meal planning, and then down below is everything to kind of do with my business and my business side of life, or just my own personal things that I have going on. Underneath all of these boxes is where I will put my dailies, and you'll see me separate those out. I'm just going to put some music, and you can watch the magic happen in speed time. as you can see with my dailies, I use the remaining space, cut it in half, and then I cut it in half again on each side. And then I fill out the days of the week, and I'll write in the dates. And this is where I will do my checklists. So all of my daily to-dos. Like I said, August was really busy. Actually, this whole summer has been busy, and I've been doing a lot more life, a lot more working out in the yard and taking my son to driver's ed and to work and all these places. So I haven't been using my planner quite as much through the summer as I will starting again in the fall. So I'm going to just keep the same layout. It's working okay for me, and until I see a need for a change, I'm just going to keep it like it is. Here is a close-up look at my September layout. I will have more pictures and a full supply list over on my blog if you're watching on YouTube. But if you are watching on YouTube, consider giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to my YouTube channel to see more from me. I'll also have a playlist for my bullet journal planners if you want to see more of my videos and some of the different layouts that I've tried in the past. This here is a close-up of my weekly and dailies. I hope you enjoyed this. I am going to start working on my fall vacation and putting that into my planner as well, and I will have that video up for you hopefully sometime in the next couple of months, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.